Bop to the top, and this is our Cheshunt save. I'm Matty G. Here we go. We've literally just won the season previous. We won the league, and we're now up into the Vanarama National. We're close to the big time. It's been a pretty decent pre-season. Couple of losses in pre-season friendlies against Gillingham and QR2. We now have two affiliates, as you can see. Although I believe we just lost to Fisher. I'm not sure why. Apparently they're not big enough for us. Who knows? But we have just lost them as one of our affiliate clubs, which is fine. We've got Gillingham. We're going to push. We want better affiliates. Some of these victories were fantastic. Take the game against Fisher. They did play poorly. We played fantastic, 9 goals in that one. So yeah, we've played a few, and we've even played what I would class as a fairly local team, which is from Cheshunt. It's a 15-minute drive, 20 minutes, maybe pushing it. I'd say about 20 minutes. Let's say 20-minute drive up from Cheshunt to Ware on a good day, straight down the A10 into Hoddesdon and through to Ware. So not very far at all. Actually, I think you can come off at A10 to Ware. So there you go. That's the local one. Again, that was the last one we played, 3-1. That was a win as well. Obviously, we had those 2 slip-ups, but we can ignore them. But this is really a transfer special of sorts. We've done a lot of business. Let's have a look at what we've done. So as you can see, most of the business has been outs. Lots and lots of outs. Starting from the very get-go. Now, we did obviously do a lot of work previous to this. Can I snap back one? So this obviously includes a lot from last year as well. But if we do look here, Rocco Reeves went to Derby, 300k, fantastic deal. Harry Smith, he went off to Forest Green at 47.5k. Sheaf did leave us, went to Forest Green, 230. Seb Reven went to Forest Green. They did do some business with us. 215k total possibility of 230. Prince Agong went to St Mirren's. I can never pronounce his name. 115k. Josh Robinson, solid little player. He ended up with Crawley at 22k. He did want to leave. We managed to get some money in for him. Fantastic. And then Matthias Roberts, didn't want him to go really, but he's gone, he's left. They were all pretty much done over a course of like a day. So lots of business at the back end of the last season. Also lots of ins. Lots from obviously players that got released, as you can see. What's his name? Was probably the last one you would have heard of. Not been able to get him across the line in the sense of we have no work permit for him. Yeah, he's signed. The rest are pretty much all frees. There was a small fee we had to pay, which was something to do with developmental. I didn't quite understand why, because we got him for free. He was a free transfer. Offered 0, we got him for nothing. But for some reason we paid 20. Seb Ferdinand's someone that looked really good as well. And yeah, as you can see, lots of work. We've got Matthias Roberts is back on loan from Brentford as part of that deal as well. So that was a good one. This guy also is quite good, Dijon Sterling. Now, when we signed him, he was a 3. They all seem to drop as the season goes past. But as you can see, he's now valued up to 650k. Good little bit of business there. Potential ability of 4-star. It's his speed we like the look of. He's got a bit of defending. He can play a bit of everywhere. He will be playing that role at right back of defence there. Seb Ferdinand, another little guy. Again, he was 3. Drops down a little bit. He's got skyrocketing potential. He's worth between 65 and 110k. Solid 18-year-old. I love this weird shape he's got. Almost striker shaped. He had a bit more attacking. He could really be a good striker. As it is a bit part wing player there. If he had a bit more speed, great. I would think rather than an attacking winger, he probably would feature more as a right midfielder. But yeah, he's solid looking little stats there. One from this current window that we did bring in was Rowan McDonald. You can obviously tell where we're planning on playing him. He's a defensive midfielder that can play at the back. He's got good defence. He's got fantastic speed. He also can attack. This looks brilliant. The only problem is the vision. The lack of vision probably doesn't suit us too much because we do like to be a bit creative. But you can't argue with the stats. As a ball-winning midfielder, he's 3.5, and his potential's pretty darn good as well. We did pay 100k for him. As you can see, it was well worth paying the 100k. But Rowan McDonald. He was the last signing that we made a couple of days ago from Maidstone. Sam Bells is back in on loan. We managed to get Harry Kite on a free transfer. He's someone we have looked at before. A little bit older than I normally go for. Not by much. But again, he's a good, solid ball-winning midfielder. He can play in sort of that central role. Again, another person who can come in and do a good job. Got a bit of speed, got some attacking, got some defence. He's got a little bit of vision, which is, puts him in a good way with us. His aerial's not so great, but that's what the back line's for when those balls come over the top. Solid little guy. Harry Kite could do a pretty nice, decent job for us. Jack Turner, goalkeeper. We did lose a few. We've got another one in. His name is Turner. He's currently number one. I'm not sure if he actually is number one. Free transfer up to 60k in value. He's 25 years old. He's gonna be a bit part player, I think. He's got a little bit of potential to grow. At this stage, at this level, probably no one ever grows. No one ever grows at this stage, but he's there to make up the numbers. And this man has joined us back again. We signed him. The fans wanted it. So we got him. We brought him back. He's no longer on loan. He's now ours. We now have him as one of our own. Unfortunately, his potential has dropped dramatically. And as you can see, he's now dropped dramatically. It wasn't when we signed him, obviously. In the beginning, you saw how good he was. You saw how good he was last year. Now he's a 2.5-star winger. Will he play as much? Probably not. But he will play a part throughout the year with different injuries, etc., etc. But he's someone that has high influence at the club. The fans love him. We've got him back. Happy days for Asante. So here we are on the old squad screen. There are actually a couple of players that we can't get work permits for. One is the goalkeeper that we did say about already. So here he is. Van der Waal, or Hall, or Havel, however you want to say it. He's dropped dramatically in his star rating. Whether or not he'll ever actually play for us remains to be seen. We may have to try and find a way of moving him on, especially if we can't get a work permit. The other one, which again has done the same thing, is Antonisson. Is that how you say his name? We now need a work permit for him yet again, and his ratings have dropped dramatically. So at the moment we do have 3 goalkeepers in because we brought another one, Joe Wright. So we've got Joe Wright as our third choice keeper at the moment. Ben Whittinbottom, it's tough to drop him permanently, but at the moment he's back up to Jack Turner. Turner's, you can see we paid him a hell of a lot of money, but we were getting desperate for a goalkeeper. I think I needed something to improve, and goalkeeping position was definitely one of them. Elsley's still here for now, but he's been wanted. We've had bids come in for him. He's contracted to us still. He's still here. Jay Williams is here as well. Again, star rating has dropped slightly, but a solid player that can sort of play in those positions as well. We've got Alafit still. He's joined towards the end of last season. He's actually probably one of the better ones. And we've got a few more that have come in. Again, they're low enough ratings, but it's this potential. If we can just get them to bop up a little bit, their price goes up. A couple of good run games, and sometimes we can actually force a deal out. If you haven't seen me ever force a deal out before, we will try and do that in another transfer special. But the gist of forcing someone out in the right way is get a little bit of consistency with them, just a couple of games within the green, so that they're performing well. If you can get the stars to just go up a fraction, even if it's only sort of half a star, which normally would drop in another a couple of bad games later. If you can just get them a few games performance, a few games of that, offer them out for almost nothing. So if you just take Jack Turner for example at the top, 24 to 60k. So if you offer him out for about 15k at the moment, you will get a bite. You will probably get 2 or 3 teams take a nibble. So yeah, okay, here's your 15k, locked offer. Reject them all. Go back and offer him out again. No terms, but offer him out again, slightly more, say 18k. You'll still get bites, and you keep doing this process until they've all stopped biting. Just jump up a little time. Now it takes some time to do it, yes, but when doing it that way, what happens is you find that price, that maximum price that you can possibly get for that one player. And say, for example, we did it with Jack Turner, and his maximum price anyone was willing to pay was, say, 50k. Are you willing to let the player go for that price? If you are, you repeat the process again from the bottom, work your way up until that last bit where they normally would go, when they all, when last time they went, that was their biggest offer. The next time I increased it, they didn't want it. Take that offer then. And then off they go. You get the best price you can possibly get for him at the time, and you get rid of your player. It is one of the easiest ways, if you've got the patience, to get rid of players that are unwanted. Yes, you could put them on unwanted lists and get rid of them for nothing. I have done that as well when I haven't had the patience for it. But yeah, sometimes you can force it so that you get plenty of cash incoming. Another player we've still got on the books, Casanova, baby. Yeah, Mr. Free Kick Specialist himself. He's still here. He's, again, dropped in ratings dramatically. I have no idea why. But Deontay Casanova is still here. Another person that I am so thrilled is still here. Cassie! Yes, our star man at the right back. He's still here. He's still playing for us. We've been able to keep him. We've actually had to fight some teams off for him. We actually got a £400,000 offer for him. I forget the team that put it in, but yeah, we got a big offer incoming for him, and we turned them down, and we managed to keep him happy. Happy enough that he was fine to stay. 20 years old. He's got 13 caps at international level and 2 goals. For us, he's fantastic. He's been brilliant. Does his stats, does he show that he's that good? Probably not as good as what he could be. I'd like a little bit of vision. I'd like a little bit more physical, and I'd like a little bit more mental. But overall, I am really happy because he's such a solid little performer. One downside to the start of the season, Rowan McDonald. He's probably the main man that we've signed for central defence to really strengthen things out. His defending's pretty good, and he's got speed, which is something that you do need in these lower divisions, because the strikers that score the goals are speedy guys. If you've got speedy defenders that can get back and defend as well, speed, defence, then you stand a chance not conceding so many goals. Downside is he got injured almost instantly. I mean, didn't even play a game. First training session, injured. Little downside on that one, but what can you do? If I click, let's go for the abilities so we can just show you some of the good ones, because we have got some great little lads. Omaha Benjamin. Look at that. Could he be our new star forward? It's a possibility. Defending, appalling. Who needs defending when you're an out-and-out striker? Not me. Speed, brilliant. Attacking, yes. Aerial, he's capable. Technical, he's got some. Vision, who needs vision when you're just a goal scorer? It's an odd-shaped heart shape, but it will do for me, especially in the lower tier. He's 18 years old as well. Another young Welsh striker to add to the list. Joe Gibson. You may have seen me scout this guy before. He's added some more traits since then. He can play a few more positions since then. He's mostly used on the right wing, can play the left wing, can play all the way down the right. We will be using him on the wing. We will be using him in an attacking position. His potential is brilliant. He's a 3.5. He's probably the best one we've got. 0 aerial. We don't need you to have any aerial up on the wing. Speed, yes please. Attack, yes please. Vision, yes please. Technical, yes please. He's one, if not one of the best wingers I've seen down in these lower divisions, and I think he's going to be brilliant for us. Assante's been brilliant. I'm hoping this guy's going to surpass that. Only time's going to tell, but he has played a few games for us. Doesn't obviously show it here because they're friendlies. You can see that consistency there, all the way across the board. I mean, a few dips here, but I mean that is real consistency. If he can continue that throughout the league season, we really are onto a winner. One that's a possible incoming, again a free, from our scouting is this lad, Thomas Hill, 21 years old. Again, he's only a sort of 2.5 star. However, his possibilities are meant to be quite good, and we've been highly recommended him. And he can play pretty much everywhere but the left side of defence. I just think he's a nice little versatile person. On a free, we can get him. I think we offered him about £400 a week contract. He's not going to break the bank, and it could be very useful in a season where we do not want to go down. The idea is to consolidate in the Vanarama National League this year. We want a high up end mid-table finish. I would like to push possibly for a playoff place, not necessarily to win promotion up, but at least in that area, consolidate this season so that next season we can push on a little bit more. This is a guy that I think would be handy as a versatile player. Again, he got a bit of speed, not too much, because obviously he's versatile. He's got some attacking. He's not a striker by any of the means, but he can attack the ball if need be. He's got some technical. He's a little bit physical. He's got some mental. Terrible at defending, but he can defend a little bit. And rubbish in the air. So really, he's for this cover here. Both wings, across the middle. And if really needed, we could drop him back a little bit. I probably wouldn't use him in defence at all, but yeah, he's versatile. So it would be a good little signing. So currently we are at the Boreham Wood Meadow Park Stadium. We're renting it. I'm not sure exactly how far along or how long we're going to be here for, because our club is undergoing I'm not sure if it's building a new one or if it's just upgrading things. But yeah, you can see we're paying 24.5k a year, so I would like to get out back into our own stadium as soon as we can. I'm not sure the reasons why. I might have missed it, but yeah, we've got some adequate facilities and youth facilities. They're adequate now, so hopefully we're not going to lose too many stars on our guys too quickly. The problem with the lower leagues is you can get a 5-star player who's literally fantastic for your leagues, and by the end of the season he's down to a 3-star guy just because the training facilities are awful. We've managed to get ours up to adequate level. This is all due to that massive transfer fee that we got last year at the start of it for one of our players who doesn't seem to have done anything but sit on the bench and gone back to being a rubbish player again. So I have no idea why they still signed it. It still bemuses me. But there you have it. Yeah, we've got some recommendations from our scout. Our scouting budget is massive. We're scouting across Europe at the minutes as well. So, I mean, we can have a quick look over our scouting area. Oh, we're up to world. There you go. Massive transfer budget. We've got a nice big transfer budget as well. Next season, it's going to go up again. Our wage budget, yeah, it's quite. We've still got $3 there to play with. So if someone comes along that's really good, we will be taking a look and going, "Oh, I like him." Yeah. So I mean, he looks absolutely fantastic. Why have I not seen this guy before? I love the speed. I love that he can defend as well. The attacking side, not so much. As an inverted winger, he looks pretty good. That's someone I might have to look into. So if we take a look at the current finances, as you can see, the club's still maintaining that 2 and a bit million, which is brilliant for the club. You can't really argue with that. Our transfer budget is nice and high because we're now receiving 45% of transfer revenue, which is brilliant because we're pumping that into the wage budget when we're having to do a bit of signing, etc. And for some reason, my scouting budget has just jumped up another 200 grand. How has that happened? Just over in scale. It has 500 grand. Wow. Let's knock a bit of you off. There we go. And with that said, we can then just pump a bit more. There, I think we're just going to pump a bit more back into the wages. Why not? Yeah, that was a shock for the books when I saw that. We can't really make too many requests at the moment. As you can see, finances, we can increase wages and transfer. What we really want is facilities, but it's not coming up. It is not coming up. We want our own club. We want to increase those facilities as best we can. Club vision for the current season: work within the wage budget. Obviously, we're on course with the amount of money we are. We are quite a wealthy club, in my opinion. Reach the Vanarama National Playoffs. I believe that's changed. I wanted to consolidate. I think that's what we agreed. Well, I thought we agreed, but apparently we are going for the playoffs. Okay, that's going to be a little bit more. Be competitive in the FA Cup. What do they mean by be competitive in the FA Cup? If they're wanting quarterfinals and fifth rounds, we're a long way off from that, I think. Challenge for the FA Trophy, not required but preferred. That's more realistic. Youth facilities improvements will also to be complete. Okay, that's the current season. Next season, my contract expires and they want us to continue challenging for the playoffs. Season after that, continue challenging for the playoffs. So their 5-year plan is just to constantly continue to challenge for the playoffs. Well, that's not my 5-year plan. Interesting there. Play attacking football, we do. Possession football, we do. And entertaining football, well, I hope we do. But they're pleased at the moment. Board feedback is overall quite nice. If we go over to the supporters, they're very pleased at the moment. B, again, they're disappointed with the sale of Harry Smith. I kind of agree with that now after the sale's gone through. I think we do lack a little aerial dominance for those certain games, especially when we've played the two. So currently we've still got this 2 up front, 2 wingers, 2 midfielders, 4 across the back. Cassie's back in his wing back position, slightly on attack with everyone else around him on defence. Again, the front 4, if you like, all on the attack at the moment. And we've got some changes that will happen throughout the time we're here. McDonald's obviously out injured at the moment, but he will be playing a central role, so Brown will be losing that position out of there, which is normal. Eco Scott is still here. Here he is. He's still here, which is great. He's still out there applying his trade. Joe Gibson's out there playing on the right, and then we have Ferdinand out on the left, which is absolutely fine there. Williams has been supported. Oh, there we go. Williams has been supported by his countryman Benjamin. So they're going to be playing that attacking lineup between the two of them for now, and we have an absolute ton of players in the backup positions. Of course, we've got a couple that we can't play, but yeah, we've got a fair few. We've also got Sam Ballis, who unfortunately left, but is back on loan, and M. Roberts again left, but is on loan till the end of the season. So we've got backup in those positions, and we're always actively trying to sign people. We will actively try and sell people. If we go up at the end of this year, we're going to lose that ability because we'll have to abide by transfer windows. But until then, pretty much all year, transfer away. So, yeah, throughout this year, you might see the odd occasion of new players coming in and still some leaving. Hopefully, we can have a really solid season. With that said, let's not keep it going. Let's actually play a match in this one and get the first game in the National Vanarama League. And here we go. It's match day. Not sure what happened to the sounds, but we'll get that back in a minute. Let's get into it. And here we go. First highlight. Oh, God, it looks like it's going their way. Raymond breaking down on the left. Go on, guys. Get their foot in. Get your foot in there, son. No, they're going to let him get another ball out to Lewis, who whips it in. Get it away. Brown's cover there. Nice clearance there. Oh, that was a bit of a worry from the get-go, wasn't it? Turner on the ball, knocks it forward to Brown, out to the wing. There goes Eco Scott on the left. Holds the ball play up, dinks it over towards the middle. No one's going to get there, and Cook's able to get it back over to Raymond. They're looking threatening. This is not how I wanted to start the season off. Bennett takes the ball away to Dusdek. Gibson. There goes Williams, who gets tackled, gets the ball again, knocks it forward towards Benjamin, who seems to have loads of pace but not using it. Ball comes all the way back. Cassie's to clear. Cassie is the one that stumbles there. Whoa! Oh dear. That was not exactly a great shot. Turner unable to get a full hand to it, and it still managed to go in. I'm not happy. I'm going to shout demand more straight away. And if things don't improve, there'll be a lot more problems than this that they're going to have to contend with. Why won't you go away? I want that one there. Go off the screen. Anyway, I'm missing all the gameplay as Cassie's on the ball, loses out to Lewis. They're going to try and make a breakaway. It gets through to Benjamin! Goal! Benjamin has got a goal! The first goal of the season. It goes to the new boy, the new star striker, Omari Benjamin. Although for some reason I keep trying to call him Benjamin. But Benjamin has got the first goal. It's his first goal for the club in competition. And it puts us level, which is great. And we've got another one with Gibson over the ball. Whips it in towards the back. Williams unable to connect. They're going to make a break. No, they're not going to make a breakaway. We pick it up with Matari to Eco Scott. Case is there. Brown knocks it over the top towards William. He does get a head on it. Unable to get it on target though. But we are pushing. We are now starting to pressure. Well done, lads. It's about damn time. We do want the win though, so really we need them to really increase their game here. We need to get a bit better. I'm going to demand a little more, I think. It's only fair that we give them a chance to improve before we go real shouty. And here we go with another highlight. Duzak knocks it forward, Williams gets it, pulls it back to Casey. Gibson's there, knocks it infield to Duzek again. Nice ball forward. Benjamin! Oh, off the corner of the framework. That was a lovely little right-footed dink across his own body. He's looking like a good lad. Williams, on the other hand, not having such a great game. Brown on the ball. There goes Eco Scott. He's going to hold that ball, look for a good pass. Knocks it over the top. Benjamin's going to run there. He's not going to get there. Baines is going to pick it up and try and clear. Back to his goalkeeper. Knocks it long. Arrow frees there. Knocks it onto Williams. Redeem yourself. Yes, he does. And it's the two Welshmen that put us ahead. First, it's the new boy. Secondly, it's last season's top man. And that's Williams. And he's got that goal. Thank you, Wales. It looks like we've picked up a yellow card, so he will be coming off in the second half. Casey over a free kick, knocks it in. Williams is there with the head over the bar, and I think that calls time on that one. It's the end of the first half. It started off a little rough for us, improved dramatically as the later half of the second half kicked in. Hopefully we can make a couple of changes and keep things going. So here we go with the second half. One change. We did take the centre-back off and swap them round just so we could guard against a yellow card. As Brown tries to clear, only as far as Boating. Chaplin. Williams gets it further back. Back in by Baines towards Shearborn. It was a good shot. Good goal. Brings it to 2-2. I'm going to get shouty and I'm going to demand more because that was poor. That's two quick goals either side. So one at the beginning of the first half, one at the beginning of the second half. Not great. I can't really pick blame on any specific player there, but yeah, not good. Not good to concede like that. Not much is happening. I'm going to jump into tactic screens and do my usual round 70-minute mark change. First, I will give him a chance to do something with a little demand more, maybe. Casey over a free kick. Whoo! Whoo! Casanova, eat your heart out. Casey's here and he's now smashing the free kicks in. What a whipper. Yeah, I'm going to praise him for that one because that, my friend, was sweet. Alright, jumping into the tactics screen in 3, 2, 1. Time to make a change. Or two. What can we do here? I think he's played pretty well in that defensive midfield role. But we are going to take him off. We're going to bring Casey up that end. And then we're going to put Rosnick in. Rosnick can play that position. So he'll do a job at the right back. I'm getting worried about Lewis Brown. He's getting quite low on his health. And I like to keep my defenders not knackered. So I'm going to put Noah Hay in. He's a little bit out of position, but he can play here. He's not going to be too far out of position, if you know what I mean. They're the two changes we'll make. Keep that midfield nice and fresh as Gibson gets the ball and knocks it long. Benjamin would have been way offside, so I'm glad he didn't run for that one. And the highlight continues. Duzdek picks up the ball. He's going to run. William takes it off of him. Pulls one back. Matoy, who will be going off soon, pots it on the wing to Eco Scott. He knocks it forward to Ferdinand. Is he going to whip it in? He does so. No one gets on the end of it. And they get the ball away. Only as far as Chaplin though. And the highlight continues with Duzdek knocking it over the top. Gibson's there. He chests it down. Honestly thought that could have been a goal then. But instead of shooting it into the goal, he saw a pigeon flying over the top and thought, why not shoot it down with this ball? Someone needs to take him clay pigeon shooting. Get it all out of his system now, because we don't want that all season. We want those shots on target, please. I'm going to try and keep it on balance. I'm just going to attempt to focus. They're not going to be happy about it, but with 3 minutes to go, I do not want to concede. And everyone's getting a little tired out there. And there it is. Game day 1, 3-2. We did it. Got a couple of yellow cards, but yeah, we got some pretty nice goals in that one. Casey was an absolute stunner of a free kick. Benjamin, solid strike on the ball. And Williams, he didn't end up playing too badly. He got a good deserved goal, I believe. Whether or not it'll continue that form is hard to really say. Casey, definitely for me, man of the match. Apart from that early error. Let's try and erase that error from the mind. So yeah, there you have it. That's going to be the end of this one today. More of a transfer special, or should I say update, than anything else. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one. We'll have a couple more matches and hopefully some new signings to show you. We're not desperate for the signings, but if they're available, we'll take them. Until then, this has been Matty G, playing for Cheshunt. Peace out.